What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks, aka Kamen Rider fan freaks, coming at you today with another figure review. And today we're looking at a Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Kamen Rider motorcycle. Today we are looking at, from the show Kamen Rider Amazons, this is Kamen Rider Amazons Omega, his Junglaider, as I believe it's how it's pronounced. It's what it says on the box, Junglaider. Not the jungler, not the bungler, not the bungalow, Junglaider. I don't have a lot of the Kamen Rider motorcycles. They're actually kind of hard to come by and come across, especially in the aftermarket, and they can be very expensive. Surprisingly, though, I found this for a decent price and was like, well, why the heck not? I love the show Kamen Rider Amazons. It's probably my favorite Kamen Rider as of right now. I love the action, I love the suit designs, the bike is really cool, and this is an option to also have a nice throwback to the original Kamen Rider Amazons motorcycle, because it did look somewhat similar. But a really cool motorcycle at the end of the day. Really happy to add it to the collection. It's just as cool as the figures themselves, and it's like I could not get it. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those musts. And it goes good with Omega, or you can have Alpha on it. So, really, really cool. I'm still looking into getting a few more figures from Tamashii Nations, because I definitely want to finish out my Kamen Rider Amazons collection. I still want to get Kamen Rider Amazon Neo, which I can still find online for a decent price. And they also have Kamen Rider Amazon Neo Alpha, which is from the movie Final Judgment. He has a figure done by Tamashii Nations that I can find online for a decent price too. So definitely look forward to those two figures coming in the future at some point. But for now, I'm really happy to have Alpha, I'm happy to have Omega, and I'm happy to have the Junglaider here. For figure representation, because all three of them are awesome. But without further ado, let's just dive right on into this figure review. Take a look at the box. Of course, you have that tagline, "Open your Amazons," on the window of the screen. Again, you have SH Figuarts Junglaider here. You got a nice picture of the figure. On the side spine, you have Omega on the bike. That side, it just continues to wrap around. And then on the very back side here, you have some nice poses. Omega with the bike, over-round look. Like I said in the last figure review, the motorcycle did come with a couple extra accessories for Omega, and I just paired those with Omega's review. So if you want to see the scythe and the whip, go watch Omega's review. But still, really, really cool box all the way around. Debating if I want to keep this box or not, because it is a little bit bigger and bulkier. But I mean, some of the Kamen Rider boxes that I have, I want to keep them because they're so unique. They're different. You know, Tamashii Nations does a really good job with the marketing of the boxes for these guys. But let's get that box out of the way, and let's go ahead and center the motorcycle here. Center the Junglaider. And let's get on into this figure review. This one might be kind of quick. It's just a motorcycle. Really only paint and detail you can go off of. A little bit of articulation, but not much. As far as like accessories that the bike comes with, you do have this nice little clear plastic stand that you can put on the tire that helps stabilize it. And then it does come with this little cradle arm that you can put underneath kind of the chassis area. And if you have a Tamashii Nations web-style arm, you can maybe kind of get some aerial poses with with Kamen Rider Amazon Omega and Alpha on the bike, maybe doing some aerial moves or tricks or something. Even though Alpha never used this bike, it's more Omega's, but still the color scheme of it screams Alpha to me. I mean, you have the green eyes, all the line work is green like him, and then you have that nice metallic red. And considering the story Alpha was like I think he was the first Amazon ever created. And I almost feel like this motorcycle was meant for him, but he never got to that point to where he got it. Instead, they gave it to Omega, which is fine. They both look great on it. But I do like the way Alpha looks. The way Alpha looks with it, it just seems right. But you do get this nice little cradle for the motorcycle for doing like aerial shots, or like if he's jumping midair on the bike or something like that. So you do have those options. Give it this last spin around here, and then we'll get into the bike. Perfect stop, like I always do. I don't know how I can time that so right, but that was perfect. Anyway, here, let's get it off the turntable, and let's take a look. The Junglaider here. Let me get this stand off just so you guys have an idea. Again, just wraps around the tire. And you could probably use that for any motorcycle figure you might have. It also does have a kickstand, which you can flip up, and it locks into that place there, to where then you can just have a free roaming motorcycle. But man, is this bike cool. Paint. Look at the metallic paint. The metallic red, those green translucent eyes. The gold for the horn. Now that piece isn't translucent. That's just kind of like a pinkish red color. But you have green here in these lines. Nice silvers and blacks. You even have another little red translucent piece here. Almost like a tail light, except it's facing up. More greens, silvers, some grays, some bronze. You even have a green translucent piece right here, which is really nice. Overall, great paint applications. Detail-wise, I mean, you got the engine and everything in here. You got the rims on the tires. Again, all of these are grooved in. They're not just painted on. You know, you got all these fins and everything. Again, the detail in the eyes of this motorcycle is really, really cool. Tires are really nice. Shocks. More of the engine. The seat. Gas tank. Handlebars. The back end here with these fins. The exhaust. Really, really cool looking bike. And it's heavy. This bike has weight to it, mainly because a lot of this in here is die cast. Not the whole bike, but by using the cold touch technique, this is die cast here, like the gas tank part is die cast. Some of this is die cast underneath in here. So you got a really heavy center of the bike, which helps it with balancing. It's been a while since I've had a figure with die cast in it, in all honesty, so it's nice to get a reappearance of die cast in a motorcycle. Articulation, I mean, the wheels spin. You do get some shock absorption here on the back end, so that wiggles around. Again, you have the kickstand that folds out and kicks down. And then the front of the bike is interesting, but me and my buddy Tim came to a conclusion, because a lot of people's reviews of this motorcycle don't understand why they did it this way. But the front part here, you can turn. But do you notice what doesn't turn with it? The head of the bike, the handlebars, all of this is one solid piece. This does not move whatsoever. But you can get this to turn. It looks weird, I'll admit. You know, the natural way would be for all of this to turn as one unit, because it just turning on its own without the handles or the head here kind of turning with it, it looks weird. I admit, it looks off. It looks weird. It doesn't look right. But we came to the conclusion that they did that for a reason. Just because when you go to put a figure on a motorcycle, usually the handlebars and all this front part does move. Getting them situated on the bike and getting their hands on the handlebars and everything like that can be a challenge if this is all moving and wiggling around on you. The fact that it's just this, I think they did that out of design choice for the collector to make it easier and faster to get the figures on and off the bikes. That's just a thought. And I think it's pretty valid, in all honesty. It makes sense because getting figures on and off this motorcycle, it is easier with this being stationary. You don't fight with it as much. You don't have to mess with it as bad. So, as a collector, photographer design choice, it works. Still looks bad this way, but you know what? Design choice wise for figure use, it works. Let me see. Let me get it on the turntable here. That way it just has that little bit of a raised. Tilt it just right. I'm not going to put them on the bikes because I don't want the review to lag on too much, but just to give you an idea, here is Omega with the bike, which again, this is his bike that he uses in the show. And one thing that I like to note about Kamen Rider Amazons is I found it funny that anytime it cut to him on the bike, like it doesn't matter how many cuts. Every time the bike appeared on screen and it was on and he was moving on it, it did like this like a stock lion roar, and I thought it was funny. Because it obviously is to give the animalistic side to Amazons and maybe to give that animal characteristic to the bike itself. Its roar is like a lion, basically. But I just thought it was funny. Every time it cut to the bike, you got that classic stock. For those that know, I can't recreate it. I don't have a soundboard. I can't give you the sound on camera. But again, just that stock lion growl sound, that, you know, every time that appeared on screen, it just, and I was like, that's hilarious. They overused the crap out of that sound. But Omega here looks really good with the bike. He looks awesome on it. But again, my boy Alpha coming in here, I feel like this is his bike. I'm sorry. It just feels like it's his motorcycle, not Omega's. But oh man, regardless, it's a really cool figure. I'm really happy to have another Kamen Rider motorcycle to the collection because reality, I only have 3. For those that watched this review, if you watched my review on the Kamen Rider Black Battle Hopper that I had, not from Black Sun, but from the 1987 one, I had a model kit of that. That model kit turned out so bad, it sucked. I did a review on it. Go back and watch it if you want. Sadly to say that somebody came off balance one day and that bike just kind of dropped and it had some pieces on it that kind of snapped off that I could easily glue back on. But the bike looks so bad that I did such a bad job with that model kit because it was from an older model kit, not model kits that I'm used to. It didn't really snap together. You actually had to like glue pieces together and stuff like that. It was model kit. I trashed that Battle Hopper. I couldn't bear to look at it anymore, so I don't have that Battle Hopper anymore. So now I only have the Tri-Chaser from Kuga. I have the Battle Hopper from Black Sun because that was an SH Figuarts. And now I have the Junglaider from Kamen Rider Amazons. So I have 3 Kamen Rider motorcycles currently with all my other Kamen Rider action figures. Hopefully can add more. I like the figure aspect of the motorcycles. The model kits are okay. Even the Tri-Chaser for Kuga, there's some pieces that I might have messed up on and it's like misaligned a little bit. I like the figures more for the model kits than I do the motorcycles. The motorcycles, just give me a figure. pre-built, pre-painted, ready to go, out of the box figure for the motorcycles, please. But yeah, no, this is an awesome addition. I really like it. It's probably my favorite motorcycle that I have outside of the Black Sun Battle Hopper. That one's a really cool chopper also. But this one's really nice. The metallic paint, I don't know. There's something about the metallic paint with these guys. I just love it. It looks fantastic. Anyway, you guys, that about does it for my review on the Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Junglaider from the show Kamen Rider Amazons. Hope you enjoyed this figure review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to Atomic Blast and Rider Kick that notification bell and like button. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook and Instagram. And without further ado, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
I guarantee it'll go through Godzilla like crap through a goose.